Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to Zoe Speaks. I am so excited and I prayed for this day that I would meet you once again, that I would have this time together again, and here you are. I am so grateful for you guys for subscribing, for liking my videos and for watching. Thank you so much, and for even sharing them around. I am so grateful. I see all these things and I'm so thankful that you're doing this, and God bless you. Now let's go right into the video. So last video I told you guys that I'll be sharing some things that made me decide that God alone is my father. No man, no woman, just God, right? And so one of the core examples I can think of right now on the go is how he began to put in me a desire to know more of him. You know, I was born in church. I mean, from the last video I shared a lot about my upbringing, how I grew up in this strict family, strict Christian Catholic background, where it was wrongdoing for punishment and good doings for rewards and blessings, and that was a mindset, okay? And then God had to put in me a desire to want to know him. So a couple of years ago, around 2020, during COVID, there was no more church attendance. Those were the things that used to fuel my belief that I was close to God. There was no more church attendance, there was no more prayers, all these things were now virtual, right? So I had a desire to know God. I had a desire to just move in closer, because now there was no pastor to teach you or tell you a couple of things on Sunday. So in 2020, I reached out to a couple of friends and just wanted to fellowship and just study the word. Alright, and then that decision helped me read the Bible for myself. Right? I have read the Bible before, but it was always based on what I was directed to read, or maybe something I was said in church and I'll just have it in my head. But then that desire to want to know more about God was birthed in me around that time. And the more I read, the more I realized that he was already loved. Like, I was going to church, I was being the choir, I was doing all these amazing things because I thought that these things will make God love me, accept me, and grant me heaven at last. But I realized that I was already loved. I was so loved that Christ came and died for me before I ever existed. And it just blew my mind, right? It blew my mind, because even though I have heard it, even though maybe they have said it in church before, it didn't just dawn on me like that. I had to really see it myself, and the Holy Spirit had to explain it to me. And I still remember how I was jumping and just so excited in the office when I read that. I was literally asking the Holy Spirit, is this real? Like, where has this thing been all my life? Where has this promise been all my life? I had never seen God with that eye before, that he had already positioned me to be his own before I was born. I thought I was born a sinner and had to work my life out to please him, do all the right things, obey him, obey my parents, just don't tell lies, obey all the commandments in order to acquire heaven, in order to be close to him and then get into heaven. But then I realized that not exactly, okay, and that opened me up to so many other things. It opened me up to believing every other thing he said, because now it wasn't my doing. It was not exactly what I would do that would make him accept me. I was already accepted. He had already paid the price. He had already died. He had already done all the work. All I had to do was believe, accept it, and it was mine. So that was the first thing that he did for me. I cannot tell you how much this changed the trajectory of my life, of my destiny. It just changed everything in my head. It changed everything in my life, and I was so blessed about it. I was so amazed how God had worked it out for everyone, worked out for everybody in this world, how he has forgiven us and made sure that we had the grace to live a victorious life over sin, over death, and then be with him forever, right? So that was the first thing that he did that I cannot even get over it even today. That made me decide no, because I had a dad, I had spiritual fathers that would be angry with you over offenses, and you would plead and plead and plead and ask for forgiveness. Sometimes it took a couple of months, sometimes years, and they're still angry about that thing you've done. And then this is God saying, I've stored up forgiveness before you ever committed the offense. So that really touched me, that really blessed me, and that was the first thing that informed me that God was my Father. His unconditional love brought me over. So that is one key example. And yeah, I'll be sharing some in the next videos, but then for this video, that is one thing that I want to share. So I want to really encourage you guys, if you have not encountered this love, then oh my God, are you missing? You are missing, guys. You are missing a lot if you've not encountered God in his love era. I'm telling you, if you've not encountered him in that space, God is truly love. I will urge you to really desire to know him, to really encounter his love, right? His love is scattered all through the pages of the Bible, in the Old Testament, in the prophecies, in the Psalms and the songs, and even in the letters, in the epistles, and also in every part of the Bible contains his love. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to take that time to dive into God's love and see him for who he really is. He's not trying to punish you, he's not trying to hate on you. He just wants to love you, protect you, and bring you back home. And I know you want that too. So I'll see you on the next video. Why do I feel this is so short? I'll see you on the next video, guys, and well, God bless you. Bye.